So YouTube was invented by 3 former PayPal employees, a graphic designer named Chad Hurley, and 2 coders, Steve Chen and Javed Karim. So you wrote that Chad had wanted to create something for everyday people. He wasn't exactly sure what that was in the beginning. So what were the early versions of YouTube? What did that look like?
Dating site was one they explored. What was the early motto? I'm totally blanking on it. But it had a great early motto that was around, tune in, hook up. There it is.
Tune in, hook up. Mm-hmm.
Which was it's kind of funny now, but like the idea that like why else would people want to make videos or watch amateur videos online besides online dating was like the thesis. I think there was also like they were competing with the dating idea versus the Flickr model and like the Flickr model ended up winning in the sense that like people are just going to upload the photos to the internet too, even though they're not professional photographers. And I think we've come such a long way. And we're now in this world of like the influencer and like everyone in Instagram, but back in 2005 there was like not a lot of and like this was a lot of skepticism about their business model, and like Google Video was trying to do something similar, but didn't jump in as much on like user generated content because they really thought like no one's going to want to watch this.
And look at it now. So let's talk about the early types of YouTube videos that took off. You wrote about toy unboxing, beauty videos as well. Why did those do so well in the early days?
Oh yeah, I mean even before then there was like one of my favorite early stars was Brookers. Brooke Brodak is sort of like I don't know if people remember her. She was like one point the most popular YouTuber and had like the first one to like break through. And it was like really irreverent, like goofy, like did a lot of lip syncing videos and like a lot of what we think of as like early viral, like feel good internet, right? Super creative, like putting themselves, and it's funny because like you talk to like a lot of the OG YouTubers who were there in like 2005, 2007, before there was this idea that they would make money, and they compare it a lot to like TikTok of today. I think TikTok is on this like accelerated platform where now it's like becoming like YouTube of like 2010, 2012, right? Where you start to have like all these you have like all the associated stress of like making it your job. But back then it was like this creative canvas, and like Chocolate Rain, like those type of like early, right? Like that was a really creative and interesting video. Like it was, Chocolate Rain is like one of the best hits for like, it's just a genius. And it like, and also at the time, and I talked about this in the book, like there were people inside YouTube who were actually curating the site back then, which is, I didn't know that actually until I started researching the book. And they were kind of like looking for like the chocolate rains, right? They were going out and like kind of combing through, and I think, you know, they obviously shifted to about 10 years ago to the algorithm, but like so much of YouTube is really like people looking for, because there's like we live in just the abundance of content. It's like curation, right? Like people are kind of craving, like, I want to know what is worth watching. And so there were actually human beings who were doing that, and there are flaws to that system, but there's also like something kind of beautiful about that. And one like fun thing they did was like they literally one day, it was like youtube.com was just filled with Chocolate Rain covers. And so there were like enough people making chocolate. So it was like very much like, and we see this in TikTok too. It's like super conversational, right? Like where there are videos like having conversations with other videos.
Where that's the thing that everyone's talking about at that time, which happens on TikTok. I miss the days when there were like a handful of videos on YouTube that everyone was watching and everyone was talking about. You get that a little bit now on TikTok with like the corn guy, right? There's these cultural phenomena.
Yeah, totally. Yes. Early YouTube was like the corn guy.
Yeah. I think that's the title of this episode. Early YouTube was like the corn guy.
Business casual.